Sleepers, and welcome to this week's episode of Science News. I'm your host, Audrey. Today we will be discussing the connections between environmental factors and cancer risk with the help of three special guests. When it comes to researching the potential causes of cancer, some studies show that epigenetics play a large role in one's risk of the disease. Examples of environmental factors could include UV radiation, air quality, and nutrition. With this in mind, we will be drawing connections to cancer risk and analyzing how these external factors can affect one's human. Now let's welcome two of our special guests on the show to help us further explore today's topics.
Hi, I'm Alena too. I'm 42 years old and I'm from Portland.
Hi, I'm Dr. Alena and I specialize in a lab researching epigenetics.
Me and my adopted identical twin were born with the same DNA, but our lives took different paths over the years. I lived in the city, ate processed foods, and started smoking in the early 20s. Despite having identical genes to my twin, I developed a cancer in my early 40s.
Besides her, I live in a rural area, ate healthy foods, and never smoked. I read an NIH article on the links between environmental factors, genetics, and cancer development. It stated that it is because of the environmental factors switching certain genes on or off, which they call epigenetic changes. I think that tobacco smoke and poor diet change how her genes were expressed and increase her cancer risk.
Many in the science community have interesting questions on epigenetics and the effects. Do you mind answering some?
Of course.
Okay, so first question. Could one scramble cell affect the genes of future generations?
Great question. The answer is yes. And the PBS learning service has given us an exact answer in epigenetics passing down in generations. The grandpa's epigenetics tags regulate gene expression by influencing whether genes accessible for transcription. The tags don't alter the DNA sequence itself, but affect how tightly DNA is packed, determining which genes are for use. As a result, they can be passed down through generations in some cases.
Wow, that was a great answer. But another question viewers have is how stable are epigenetic marks and can be reversed?
Well, the answer is yes and no. The lab depot states epigenetic marks have variable stability ranging from transient to meiotically stable, or in other cases, they're meiotically stable. You might be wondering what these mean. Well, transient stability means the changes are not permanent and may not be reversed when environmental conditions change. Meiotically stability is when a cell divides or proliferates. The epigenetic marks constituting the epigenome are replicated. And lastly, meiotically stability is when it has been passed across generations.
Thank you for the explanation. Now, are there any problems concerning epigenetics in the science community?
Yes, a great article in Clinical Epigenetics states problem that is usually found with epigenetics is that it can be mischaracterized as a singular mechanism for multi-generational transmission of human health risks.
Interesting. I can see how that can cause concern for people in the community. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to answer these questions.
It was a pleasure.
And now we will get to interview little one and little two. So tell me about the environment you grew up in.
Sure, I grew up in a nice neighborhood, went to a good school, and my parents always cooked food. We never ate out. We would always have a lot of fresh produce and some sort of protein. My parents are very healthy people as they never smoke or drink and exercise daily. I was also an active kid. I did cross country and as well.
Wow, seems like you had a very healthy lifestyle. Do you still maintain this way of living?
Yes, I thank my parents for my healthy childhood because as an adult, I always try to eat as balanced as I can. I can't drink or smoke, and I exercise at least 5 times a week.
Now we will interview little one. So little one, please tell us about you and your environment growing up.
I ate a lot of fast food as a kid. I didn't really understand the value of eating a variety of nutrient-rich foods, so I almost never ate balanced meals. I exercised occasionally, but overall, I wasn't a very smart or mental person.
Did you have any family members that smoked?
Yes, my mother was a very heavy smoker.
And how's your lifestyle now?
My current lifestyle has impacted my mom. I became a smoker and I don't exercise every day. Also, I'm still eating fast food regularly. Because of the lifestyle, I became sick and got cancer.
Interesting. Thank you for sharing your experiences. It seems like they have very different lifestyles, which gives reason that their health is drastically different, although they're identical twins. The environment someone grows up in can have a major impact on their risk for certain diseases, such as cancer. As we learned from Lena, environmental factors can switch genes on and off or damage DNA. These mutations can lead to an increase of cancer. But that's all for today's episode. Thank you, little one and two, for sharing your experiences, and thank you for Dr. Alena to sharing your knowledge and research.
Thank you for having us. It finally makes sense how me and Lena are so different although we're identical twins.
Yes, thank you for having me.